Okay, excuse me. So there is a silver lining to all of this. There is a silver lining, and that is eventually the government, the elite, whatever, will have everybody under some kind of relative control. And how that control applies to you will be relative to your belief system, what you choose to take part in and what you choose not to take part in, and then your ability to abide by the guidelines of your society. Okay? Because, I don't take part in the medical community, so I'm not putting myself on the radar. I'm already on the radar because of Dr. Phil, but I'm not putting myself purposely on the radar by getting tested for COVID or whatever. So, I don't do anything that's going to be outside the lines of what is expected when it comes to community guidelines within my local area. Okay? If I choose not to have health insurance, that's my right. And if I go to the hospital for anything, it would be because of somebody else's negligence that would cause me to go to the ER. Okay? So what would that be? What would that be example? Well, let's say I get into a car accident and it wasn't my fault. Then that would sue their insurance company. And if they don't have uninsured motorists, then my uninsured motorist would then cover any ER visits because of an accident that was out of my control, somebody else's fault. So that would be the only reason why I'd be voluntarily, going to any kind of government agency to take part in that is because it's something out of my control. So, if there are rules that I got to pay taxes on any income, I'll pay whatever taxes, on any income that I get. I mean, as long as I'm abiding by the rules of my society, I'm not going to be on the radar for them to go and clamp down on me. Okay? So you have the ability to control how much contribution or how much you participate in the systems of control. Okay, I have to live in a society where there is traffic light, traffic stop laws, where there is obviously laws against stealing and murder and all that. Of course, I don't subscribe to that. There are specific laws, that when it has to do with, okay, mandates or recommendations and pressuring people to wear masks, okay, fine. If I choose to go to like Aldi's or Giant Eagle or GFS and whatever, and they require a mask, I'm not going to buck the system. I'll do it very temporarily and only go once every so often, or I'll shop on Amazon and just stay the F home until all of this blows over. And it could be 20 years from now when this actually blows over, because the amount of imbalanced people there are, this is the system purging, okay? And so you have the ability to control your participation in all of this. If you choose to get tested for COVID, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Now you're on the radar, and then they are going to justify whatever measures they want to put into place, whether it's tracking you, whether it's giving you medication or other types of protocols, or experimental types of prescription drugs to deal with the COVID and how your predispositions will interact with this evolutionary process. And so, you all have your choice in your participation. Okay, but don't let anybody pressure you into participating into something that you really have no business participating unless you really truly are dependent on the medical system. If you are dependent upon the medical system and you need social services, you need family services, you need all these different services, then you are subject to whatever it is they deem appropriate for your situation, and you can't complain about it. Okay, but I minimally participate in the systems out there of control. But I still do pay my taxes. I have a CPA. Everything that I do is out there for everyone to go and analyze and see where I'm coming from. All of my substantiation of of just the facts that are in here are from academia, government sources, and PubMed. So there's nothing that I'm making up or nothing that I'm doing that's going to buck the system in any way. But remember, you have a choice to participate, and when you participate, you cannot have any complaints about the outcome. Okay? And so if you understand your immune system, you understand your 12, 11 different systems, then you will figure out what the indicators mean, and then you will act appropriately based upon your knowledge of the body. And if you don't have knowledge of your body, then you're going to be subject to somebody else's determination on what is good and what is bad. And then the outcome is the intention. Okay? But I don't want anybody out there feeling pressure to go get a COVID test because your friends did. Someone came up positive, someone comes up negative, and then each side think that's great or not great or whatever, and it doesn't matter. You both are in the same boat. When you actually volunteer yourself to go get tested for COVID, it tells people that you've been exposed to it, that you're concerned about it. And then the system will apply whatever is appropriate to their intentions. And then you've given up basically your autonomy. So good luck to all of you. But there is a silver lining. Eventually, down the road, there will be a balance. Either you'll be chemically controlled, or you will have a balance in your body, mind, and spirit because you're doing the J juice and you're not acting in extreme ways. You're not reacting, you're not extreme, you're not in any way, shape, or form bucking the system. You're participating in the appropriate areas, knowing, you have discernment on what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And then you will look for indicators. No matter what, there's going to be peace down the road, but it's going to take a minute. So understand that there is a silver lining. It's just right now we're in the beginning of the whole upset of homeostasis. So good luck to you. Bye.